What is up, YouTube? Welcome back on this Monday morning to another Jesse's RC video. It might not be morning for you guys, but who really cares? We're here to talk about this drone in front of us right now. What I have for you today is the Viper S670. And you guys, honestly, this is one of the best Viper drones that they have came out with yet for a very good price. They have the more expensive ones now. They're getting up to date in their technology and stuff. But this is one of the best ones that you're going to get for your price range. You can even pick these up at your local Walmart, you guys. But let's talk about this drone because they done some awesome features with this thing. The drone has red LEDs on the back, green in the front, so that's nice. If you fly a DJI Phantom or a bigger drone, since the DJI was my main first drone, I'm used to the red lights in the back, so that's kind of a nice feature that they put the red in the back. You don't see that too often. They want to change up the colors on these things. It can get kind of confusing in the direction of them nowadays. But let's talk about this. Viper has came out with a removable battery pack, and when you first get this, there's a screw in here, but once you unscrew it for the first time, you can take that out because it locks in by this tab. So what you can do now is pull this tab down and pull the whole battery out, you guys. So if you're like me, you fly a lot of drones and stuff, you have these batteries laying around. So it's kind of cool that they've done this and still abided by what they consider a toy drone. This is a 3.7 volt 350 milliamp battery, but it's pretty nice, you guys, that they've done that. So you just simply get it down there and slide it right back in, and the tab locks, and that it's not going nowhere unless you pull that tab down. Simple plug-in connector here, pretty nice. The landing gear that they've done is kind of cool because they just built the frame on each leg to have these parts that stick down like this. So now the drone just sits on a corner of each leg, so that's kind of nice. Overall, the color scheme is great. There's not much flaws to say about this drone, but I do want to point out, let's get into the controller and the drone kind of at the same time a little bit. Mode 1 is very low sensitivity, you guys, and when I say that, it's got throttle and all of that fine, and forward and backwards and right and left. But yaw in mode 1 is it almost makes the drone want to drift. It doesn't yaw straight, it wants to drift around, if you understand what I'm saying, and it's a wide drift too. So this drone can be flown indoors or outside on a low windy day, but if you're going to be flying it inside, I would recommend mode 2. It's really not that much different in speed, but the yaw rate, you have much better control. It'll yaw in the exact same spot. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys. Mode 3 should only be outdoors. This drone can cruise, you guys. This drone has the best speed for the best price that you're going to find for something simple. It's not quite a racer drone, but this thing is one of the fastest. If you don't have a racer drone, it probably will be one of the fastest drones that you have got so far. But other than that, I want to keep this into a short review because it flies really good. I think I touched on all the main points of it that I wanted to point out. Let's take this thing up. We're going to do a indoor flight and a partial outdoor flight just so you guys can see this speed of it, and then we'll come back and have our final thoughts. Alright, YouTube, we're currently bound to the drone, but I wanted to point out, instead of like the old days when you had to turn off the drone and the controller to get it to work, we have mode 1, 2, and 3, as I said previously. But what's cool is you can change this while in flight instead of having to turn everything off. I just wanted to point that out. You have your left and right, forward and backward trim, and your yaw trim on this side, and your stunt button's up here. You hold the stunt button, you can barrel roll right, left, forward, or backwards. So that's the basic functions of the controller. Let's take this thing up for an indoor flight. Very steady, very steady. Nice yaw rate. This is mode 2. Alright YouTube, so that is the flight of this drone indoors. I just wanted to show you guys how stable it is. Let's take this thing outside. It's not that pretty of a day, but if it's not too windy, let's take this thing out and get a full speed review of this thing because it can cruise. So let's go outside, you guys. Alright YouTube, so it's kind of windy outside. We're going to see how it reacts to the wind along with the speed test, if I can get it to fly right. If you hear the dog barking, I apologize. My dog does not like these things. In fact, I flew one over there one day and she ate it. So let's keep the drone away from her, but let's do a flight speed test if it'll fly in this wind. I'm flying it in full mode 3, the most sensitive, just so I have more control in the wind. So as you can see, as windy as it is, the drone does get in the air. Look at that tilt, you guys. That is gone. Let's turn this thing back towards us. Alright, we just done a front flip. That was impossible just about. That was actually the wind. It's really windy, but this drone can handle it. Alright, let's do a full speed test again. Look at the tilt. That is insane. Alright, so let's do a flip. If I can get it in the camera. I'm trying to do this in the camera for you guys. Alright, so there's a front flip. Let's do one more. Oh, bounced off the ground on that one. So you gotta kind of have a little bit of altitude. About 10 foot is the minimum for it. Maybe about 8, but somewhere around there. But this thing is really stable in the wind, you guys. I'm actually surprised at how stable it is. And it cruises too. This is one of the best drones that Sky Viper has made. Yeah, it's one of the funnest that you can buy for the price. It's actually really amazing. You get good flight time out of it. You see I'm having to fight the wind a little bit, but it still cruises. This thing is very stable. I recommend flying it without the prop guards. It's more stable without the prop guards, you guys. So if you know the controls of these things pretty well, fly without them. It's more stable in mode 3. But let's get this. Watch the tilt. If I can get it in the camera for you guys. Watch full speed forward. Look at that. That is insane. It almost runs into the ground, so you got to be careful with it. You got to work the throttle a little bit, or else it will run into the ground. Nice top barrel rolls. Alright YouTube, so that's going to conclude the flight test outside, so let's go inside and finish up this video. Alright YouTube, so instead of asking me what we think about this video, let's ask my bearded dragon, Rango. So what do you think about this drone review, Rango? Do you like the way it flies and everything? Yeah, me too, man. That's one of the best flying drones, you guys, that you're going to get for the price range. It's almost a racing drone in mode 3 outside. This thing goes very fast. I'm gonna be doing more reviews of Sky Viper products. They have impressed me with this one really good, so if you're a fan of those, please stay in touch with my channel. Please remember to like and subscribe, you guys. This is Jesse's RC signing off.